All right, forget all the generic AI tutorials you've seen. In this explainer, we're diving into 10 specific tools that businesses are using right now to automate their work, grow way faster, and just get ahead of the competition. And look, this isn't about theory, okay? This is about the practical stuff, how you can use AI to build real wealth and efficiency. So let's get into it.
And this quote, it gets to the absolute heart of everything we're talking about. The game has totally changed. Success in this new economy, it's not about grinding longer hours. It's about leverage. It's about mastering the tools that let you buy back your time so you can focus on what really moves the needle. The real question is, how do you actually do that?
So here's how we're going to break it down. We're using a business growth flywheel model, and we'll move through 4 key stages. First, we'll talk about automating the grind. Then we'll get into fueling your growth engine. After that, we'll look at the tools for building and managing the machine itself. And finally, we'll wrap up with your AI command center for making smarter, data-driven decisions.
Okay, let's kick things off with the foundation, automating all those repetitive tasks that just drain your time and your energy. This is all about buying back your most valuable asset, your focus, so you can point it at high-impact activities.
This slide really lays out the huge shift that's happening. The old way, it meant you were bogged down with manual calls, data entry, all these repetitive tasks. Just wasted time. The AI way completely flips that script, using intelligent agents and automated workflows to free you up for the strategic work, the high-value stuff. So our first tool to do this is N8N.io. The best way to think of this is like the ultimate connector for all your business processes. It's a workflow automation platform that lets you visually build these super powerful automations. And trust me, this is the single best way to start buying back your time. Want a real-world example of its power? Check this out. Imagine a new client pays you. Instantly, NN can fire off a welcome email, invite them to your community on Slack or Discord, and even shoot them a text with a link to book their onboarding call. You build this workflow one time, and every single new client gets this perfect professional experience, all without you lifting a finger. Next up, we've got YourAtlas.ai, which is an AI voice agent. And this thing is absolutely mind-blowing. When a lead fills out a form on your website, Atlas can call them immediately to ask qualifying questions and book a meeting for you. In sales, speed to lead is everything, and this tool makes sure you never, ever miss an opportunity. We're talking about saving your team dozens of hours a week on manual phone calls.
All right, so we've automated the grind. We've freed up our time. Now what? Well, in this next phase of the flywheel, we're going to use that reclaimed energy to really fuel our growth with tools for sales, marketing, and networking.
And the first tool here is GetRav.io. Now listen, if you do any business through social media DMs, this is a total game changer. It's an AI sales copilot that sits right on top of your Instagram and LinkedIn chats to help you turn those conversations into actual real revenue.
So here's how it works its magic. Revio automatically scores your leads so you know exactly who to talk to first. It suggests the best replies to keep the conversation flowing, summarizes past chats so you have all the context, and can even book a call or take a payment right there in the DM. Your audience lives in the DMs. This tool lets you meet them there and close deals faster.
Okay, let me ask you a question. We all know that one introduction can change everything for your business, right? But how do you find the absolute best person to make that intro when they're buried somewhere deep inside your thousands of social media contacts? Well, the answer is finding the warmest path in. And of course, there's a tool for that, SocialSweep.ai. Seriously, this is like a networking cheat code. You just connect your social accounts, tell it who you want to meet, and it scans your entire network to pinpoint the one mutual connection who's most likely to give you that killer intro. It even suggests the exact message you should send.
Okay, so we're automating tasks, we're fueling growth. Now it's time to talk about the core of the business, the machine itself. This section is all about AI tools for actually building your products and, just as importantly, protecting your profits. So let's talk about Lovable.dev. The source for this explainer puts it perfectly. Apps are the new spreadsheets. Think about that for a second. Lovable lets you build custom apps, websites, or internal tools just by describing what you want in plain English. This is huge because it means you can build the solutions you need just as fast as your competitors without needing to hire a developer. And we're not just talking about building simple landing pages here. This goes way deeper. For example, you can feed it the raw data from a client's intake form, and Lovable can instantly whip up a visual summary or even a custom slide deck. That's a task that would normally take a full-time person hours to do, and now it's done in seconds.
Now, let's talk about protecting those profits. That's where HelloFrank.ai comes in. It's a finance copilot. You connect it to your financial accounts, and it uses AI to spot waste. It'll flag subscriptions you're not even using, highlight weird spending, and give you a clear, daily snapshot of your cash position. You got to remember, margin is the oxygen for your business, and this tool helps you protect it. And speaking of protecting profits, meet FlexPay.io. Did you know that about 13% of all recurring credit card payments fail for one reason or another? That's a massive leak in your revenue bucket. FlexPay uses AI to intelligently retry those failed payments, recovering that lost money quietly in the background without you ever having to chase customers down.
Of course, building the machine also means building the right team. And for that, there's HeroHire.ai. You can basically think of it as AI for your HR department. So instead of you sifting through hundreds of resumes, HeroHire automates the screening, does the initial interviews, analyzes all the responses, and then just hands you a ranked shortlist of the top 5 candidates. It's incredible. It just slashes your time to hire.
We've built the machine, and now we are at the final part of our flywheel, the command center. These are the tools that give you that high-level oversight you need to steer the whole business with data, not just with guesswork.
First up is Precision.cl. The best way to think about this is like having your own data team on call 24/7. It connects to all your systems and builds these simple, visual scorecards for your business. If a metric looks off, it flags it for you. Every week, it delivers a CEO scorecard to your team with crystal clear action items. You know, in business, if there's no scoreboard, there's no game. This is your scoreboard.
And finally, we have Alizio.ai. Think of this as your revenue command center. It hooks into your CRM, your ad accounts, your support tools, and it lets you ask plain English questions about your business. Like, hey, where are my best clients actually coming from? It helps you see your numbers so you can double down on what's really working.
I mean, check out this case study. It's incredible. One user connected Alicio, and it instantly found that 70% of their customers were based in Texas. So they shut off all their other ads, went all in on Texas, and tripled their ad performance, doubling their profits. That's the power of getting one single, clear, actionable insight.
So there you have it, 10 powerful tools that can build a serious growth flywheel for your business. The question now isn't about mastering all 10 of them at once. It's just about starting. Momentum is earned. So pick one tool, one process you can automate or improve this week and get that first win. Because stacking those small wins, that's how you build a modern, efficient, and truly wealthy business.